Lauren Quigley here, and I'm going to show you how I made this adorable beaded Christmas tree. I'll be using a variety of glass beads from John Bead in their Crystal Lane collection, including these gorgeous faceted glass beads in size 10 millimeter and down. I'm using 18 gauge gold wire, a wooden dowel. The width will depend on what type of base you're using, and we'll talk about that later. A good pair of wire cutters and a variety of pliers for opening our jump rings. I'm also using this awesome looper tool to make loops at the end of my wire. Gather up all of your Crystal Lane glass beads in a bowl so that you can pick a random pattern. Also, have another bowl filled with smaller seed beads so that they don't get lost at the bottom of your bowl of big beads. You'll want these to break up the big chunky beads when you're making your branches. I like using a mix of transparent and opaque beads so that we have a nice variety. Now I'm going to show you the process of making the branches. They will need to get progressively longer, so start with a shorter piece of wire and then make a few of those, and you'll eventually just want to start making each branch a little bit longer so that it looks like a Christmas tree at the very end. Wrap the middle of the wire around the wooden dowel and load one side of the wire with beads varying in sizes and in colors. Leave enough room at the end to add a single bugle bead. I'm using this green color, and enough room to create our loop at the end. This is where we're using this awesome looper tool, and you see how that made a perfect loop right at the end there. Now do the exact same thing on the other side with different colors. Make sure that this is super random and it's not so matchy-matchy on the other side. It's gonna look so cool once this is all done. You're just gonna make a bunch of branches like this. Remember to finish off the end of the branch with a long bugle bead and then use your looper tool to create that loop. The reason we want to create these really cute loops is because we're going to add these awesome charms at the end that are going to look like little ornaments. Gently slide off the set of branches that you just made and place this down. You're going to create more branches exactly like this, and you're going to repeat this process over and over until you have your amount of desired branches. You can put them on the dowel to see how they look, and this is like before we completely finalize the tree, to see if you need more or you want to take some away. Make some branches the same size and then continuously make them longer, and make sure that you make those loops at the end of every single branch. And then once you're done with all of your branches, you will lay them all out like this, and you will see how they start really small and then they progressively get longer. We do this so that when we load them onto our wooden dowel, they really resemble the tree by starting big and then getting smaller at the very top. Now, let's talk about what type of base you want to use. For my base, I took a mason jar lid and I punched a hole in the middle, and then I used a bunch of hot glue to kind of reinforce it. So once it dried, it was really sturdy and my wooden dowel stuck in there perfectly. But if you don't want to use something like this, you can use a clock base that you can find at Michael's, and it already has that hole drilled in the middle. But the wooden dowel you would use for this one is a 1/4 inch wooden dowel. It's just a little bit thicker than the original dowel that I used. And then you could either stain this or paint it. It would look good however you did it. But for the one that I did, I went ahead and I spray painted my wooden dowel and that mason jar lid a gold metallic color. Then once it was dried, I went ahead and loaded all of my branches onto the tree. Now, you may wonder, how are they going to stay on there without moving around? Well, the cool thing is that they do kind of move around, so you can adjust them easily. And if you want them to stay where they are, you just kind of squeeze the branches together a little bit on that wooden dowel. Now we'll add these adorable little rhinestone and enamel charms from John Bead. These are part of their Crystal Lane collection, and this is where you'll need your pliers, and you're just going to open up the jump ring on those charms and add them to the loops on all of the branches. Now you can kind of see where the charms hang, and if you need to move any branches around, you can do so now. They look so cute, and when I put this in the sun, I love the mix of the transparent beads and the opaque beads. They just look so pretty. You can finish off the top of your Christmas tree with a wooden bead, or you can hot glue on a little ornament or another bead just to kind of give it that finished look. And this is how I made this adorable beaded Christmas tree. If you have any questions, you can find me, Lauren Quigley Creations, across all platforms. Happy holidays, and remember to stay creative.